what a season it has been. Westbury girls soccer on in the top 10 right now in the power rankings. Boys soccer doing the same thing. Here comes the long ball for Mason Stano going down the middle for Tony Young, and there's a shot, and that will go in. It almost looked like that was an own goal. But we had Michael Weaver and Dalton Young down the middle. Or wait a minute, are they? Is it counting? Doesn't look like West Prairie's really celebrating, but the goal is going to count apparently. I think that might have been an own goal. Nobody for West Prairie was really celebrating. Yeah, we might have to check the replay on that. We have our athletic director Ryan Harrison about to look at the broadcast here. Yeah, from up here, I mean, West Prairie wasn't really celebrating. It might have been an own goal. Yeah, I think we're about to get confirmation here from one of the fans. Hold on a second. I bet she's got to tell us who scored. We have one of the fans trying to come up here. What is? Did you see who scored that goal? So we believe that the goal was scored by Dalton Young, and I mean that's where we're gonna go. And we saw Dalton Young down the middle along with Michael Weaver. Most likely it was Dalton Young because he was closer to the net. So that's who we're gonna give it to. We're gonna give it to Dalton Young. He scored one goal against Big Spring, the last meeting between these two teams. And a kick here for Andrew Riesinger. So Dalton Young gets the one goal. We just confirmed that for one of our fans here, and we're gonna stick to it. As it's 1-0 lead here for the Mustangs. Once again, we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel. Only 11 minutes into this game, and Dalton Young already up 1-0. West Prairie in the first meeting at Big Spring, the Mustangs scored both goals in the first half, and then the Bulldogs would try to find a way to get back in this game. They did score late in the second half with 3.5 minutes to go. And then 39 seconds later, Big Spring had a really good chance to tie it up, but the shot went off the right post, off the net. And the Mustangs hung on to win 2-1 just a couple weeks ago at Big Spring. Good looking run here for West Prairie. This is Micah Weaver up the sideline. And down the middle looking for a birthday boy, Justin Clegg. Clegg got to look for Metcalf. And Metcalf could not hang on. It'll be a Big Spring throw-in. Coming up in 7 minutes, we'll have our West Prairie Athletic Department trivia question of the game. It's a fairly easy one this time. I mean, I don't know. If you try to look it up, just so you're gonna find the answer. So don't look it up. Don't cheat. It's never good. It's never a good idea. Good pass around here for Big Spring. Mason Sano trying to get the ball away from Eli Reeder, who just came in for Big Spring. And throwing here for the Bulldogs. Substitutions coming in now for the Mustangs. That's number 17, Colby Clark, is coming in. And Metcalf trying to hang on. Jackie Metcalf coming in for the varsity roster after spending most of the season on the junior varsity squad. And this will be taken by Reisinger. One notable player that West Prairie has missed it for quite a while now is Matthew Simmonding out with an injury. And this is going to be an opportunity here for Metcalf, and Metcalf's shot, it was never going to go in. But an easy take for Peyton Weekly, the senior goalkeeper for the Bulldogs, wearing his gorgeous pink. Of course, for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Yeah, when I got here, I was thinking, oh man, is this a pink out game for soccer? Because then I will have worn my pink. I know this Friday night when West Prairie football has their Hall of Fame game on Friday, that's a pink out game as well. On Friday night here in Mustang Stadium, taking on the Middletown Blue Raiders. Here comes the through ball and cleared out by Brandon McKeever. Here Don Badia trying to hang on. Instead, he finds Mason Sano. Sano going up the far sideline looking for Michael Weaver down the sideline. And actually, this is a long through ball and not taken by Big Spring. It was an easy chance. And Cross going right down the middle. And that is nothing here for the Mustangs. It'll be cleared out by Landon Mayer. Here now to Wyatt Miller. Wyatt Miller was injured. Oh, wait, my bad. That's not Wyatt Miller. That's number 19, Aiden Lufer. Lufer not getting a start here tonight. He did start in the Perry County Championship game against Greenwood on Saturday. Haven't heard any injury updates for number 13, Wyatt Miller. We're hoping that he can come into this game at some point today. Have you ever thought of becoming a PIAA official? You ever thought of becoming a referee for soccer? Now is your opportunity. Go to PIAA.org to find out how you can become a PIAA official. Again, that is PIAA.org. Getting down to the nitty-gritty, we have 5 broadcasts this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday night. Next week, I think we only have 2 broadcasts. Monday and Tuesday next week. Football will be at Camp Hill next Friday night. And then a week after that, unless if some of the teams will make the playoffs, which some of them should, and will more than likely host a playoff game that week, we'll only have one. The week after that, it will be senior night for football against Steel High. Here comes the long ball, and this is going to be kept in by Mason Sano, and Sano is going to lose it there, and Big Spring will take over. Here comes the error number 10, Eli Reeder, and pass down the middle, looking for Blake Cubbage, and West Prairie throwing. Or actually, that was just kept in, my bad. Come out to Justin Clay. Here is number 14. 14 is Matthew Simmendinger. Matthew Simmendinger here for the Mustangs. That's a good sign to see. Did not play a whole lot this past weekend in the Perry County tournament, but he is here tonight. And 10 for Simmendinger, canceled out by Lyndon Mayer. As we quickly approach the halfway point of the first half, the 1-0 lead with a goal scored by Dalton Young. Big Spring try to bounce back. That has been the story of the year for West Prairie Soccer so far this season. Their defense has been spectacular, but their offense not producing a whole lot. And this is a team a year ago who was used to scoring high numbers, especially against teams in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. But not so much this year. Their offense, pretty much for the most part, has been non-existent. They haven't been shut out a whole lot this year. Only a couple times they've been shut out. But the offense just really can't get anything going this year. But still a 1-0 lead here because thanks to their good defense and a goal from Dalton Young. Here's Don Padilla. Pass it back to Caleb Sigler. Here's Sano. Sano back to Padilla. Padilla's got to look for that pass the sideline there for Simmendinger. And Simmendinger's pass then 10 for Clay. Gets intercepted. Cleared out. Big Spring looking to bounce right back. Here's Eli Reeder. And tackled there by Justin Clegg. And that ball intended for Gabe Ewert is going to go out. There comes the long ball, and this is got to be Metcalf. Metcalf's got to have an opportunity for a cross, and this will go past everybody and out for Aaron Bowermaster, or excuse me, for Camden Gates. Camden Gates, a junior, listed as a defender and a goalkeeper. Looks like he's got to be the defender here tonight, unless it's something crazy happens. Just realized we are past the halfway point of the first half. 1-0 lead for the Mustangs, thanks to an early goal from Dalton Young. Here is our West Prairie Athletic Department trivia question of the game. Name all 5 currently undefeated teams in District 3. Name all 5 currently undefeated teams in District 3 for boys soccer. We'll have that answer for you coming up on the West Prairie Athletic Department halftime report. If you were paying attention earlier, I mentioned 3 of them. We're looking opportunity there for Big Spring, but Simmendinger able to cross it out and go out for a Big Spring throw-in. Substitution coming in for the Bulldogs. Number 8, Aiden Bishop, is going to go to the bench, and coming in will be wearing number 21, Max Long, coming back in for the Bulldogs. And that will go out for Peyton Neidlinger. I just realized that I forgot to announce his name during the starting lineups. Whoops, my bad. Peyton Neidlinger is the one star I thought I forgot to announce during the starting lineups. But now you know it. Bay Nightlinger. I'm sure these Big Spring fans know that he's out there starting. And go kick here for the Mustangs. There's Simmendinger. Simmendinger going down the middle. Going for Don Medea. Medea able to find number 14. Number 14 is Simmendinger is out on the far side. The other side is number 34. Jackie Metcalf. Here is Metcalf now. An awkward back pass here. But thankfully, Brandon McKeever able to hang on. Terrence Sigler going down the sideline. We're here now for number 19, Aiden Lufer. Throwing here for the Bulldogs. A big crowd here tonight for West Prairie versus Big Spring. I mean, these are the two schools that are closest to each other in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division in every sport. And now a good takeaway here for Sano. Sano's got to take a shot and just go wide of the net. Mason Sano had the goalkeeper beat. But the shot just wide to the left of the net. That was almost 2-0 with 14.5 minutes to go. Coming up in 14 minutes, we'll have our West Prairie Athletic Department halftime report. As we'll have 5 games broadcasting this week. 5 games in 5 days. It's a very long week for West Prairie Athletics, especially for me as the Golden Pipes. We'll have that schedule announced for you. Also, first half scoring summary. Right now, the only scoring summary to speak of is Dalton Young, the 1 goal scorer for the Mustangs. And so far, that 1 goal has held up for most of the first half. We'll also have our answer to our West Prairie Athletic Department trivia question of the game. All that and more coming up on the West Prairie Athletic Department halftime report in just under 13.5 minutes. Big tackle there, no foul. Eli Reeder able to not get the call. An absolutely gorgeous night here at Mustang Stadium. When this game started, the game time temperature was set at 59 degrees. A perfect October evening. And here comes the shot, and that gets blocked by Levi Stewart. It'll go out for a West Prairie throw-in. Both teams have been fairly even in possession time, and the Mustangs with an early lead, and this is a high header, and this will go out for the first corner of the game. West Prairie getting the first corner with 12.5 minutes to go here in the first half. In the Perry County tournament this past Saturday, we saw one of the most unbelievable goals that we'll ever see for West Prairie boys soccer. It was an Olympic goal. That happens when a corner just like this goes right into the net without being touched by anybody. For a while now, I've been saying Olympic goal, but it's actually called Olympic goal. Taking time on this corner, official give the signal, And there's a high header, and the goalkeeper, Peyton Weekly, tried to get his hands on it, but gets cleared out by the Bulldogs anyway. And now 3 substitutions coming in for the Bulldogs. Once again, we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Perry Athletics. Here on a cold October Monday night on the week of Friday the 13th. It's kind of scary, don't you think? We are getting down to the nitty-gritty here of our fall sports season. It'll be winter before we know it. And before we know it, in December, we'll be ready for winter sports, maybe winter weather. I love the S word. Of course, I'm talking about snow. And we didn't get a whole lot of snow last year, now I remember. But that only means we could get hammered this season with the white stuff. But let's get through fall sports season and Halloween out of the way first. How about that? Here goes a good tackle as we approach 10 minutes to go here in the first half. And having trouble with it is Peyton Neidlinger. And on ball intended for Mason Sano, rolls out for a big spring throw-in. West Perry, as of right now, is currently ranked number 6 in the District 3 2A power rankings, with the top 10 qualifying for a District 3 playoffs. If the season ended yesterday, then the Mustangs would have been on the road in the first playoff game against Lancaster Catholic, who is right now the number 3 seed. That would be a rematch from last year. Lancaster Catholic coming to Mustang Stadium a year ago to upset the number 3 seed West Perry Mustangs a year ago here at Mustang Stadium. Lancaster Catholic having an incredible season in boys soccer, 15-0. And our football team is doing fantastic too. Lancaster Catholic football this past Friday suffered their first loss of the season. Lancaster Catholic losing to Anfield Cleona this past Friday. Of course, we'll talk about West Perry football and breaking news for West Perry football to talk about during the halftime report, coming up in just 8.5 minutes. The Bulldogs have been doing fairly better on possession time so far through the last 15 minutes. And here comes a long shot, and that will be out of reach of Andrew Riesinger, and it'll go out for a West Perry goal kick. I think Big Spring was saying, like, hey, Riesinger hit that. It didn't look like from up here he did. This ball will go out. You know how winter sports is quickly coming back in December? Well, what about this weekend? The Hershey Bears, the defending Calder Cup champions, starting their season at home this Saturday. At home at the Giant Center. They'll be racing a championship battle for the 12th time in the history of the Giant Center. In the history of the program. That ought to be a lot of fun on Saturday when you have ice hockey coming back. And NHL preseason already started this past week. And the NBA preseason starting yesterday. Saw the 76ers lost to Boston. I don't really care about the NBA. I like high school basketball. I like college basketball. But the NBA, Throwing here for the Bulldogs. Throwing here, going to Ray Gutshaw. Gutshaw going down the middle for Ewert. Ewert going down the sideline looking for Long. Get passing around there, but now taking away down Medea. He's going to look for a long through ball intended for Dalton Young. And the goalkeeper Weekly able to kick it out. That was a good counterattack possibility for the Mustangs just now. And now Big Spring looking to counterattack of their own. Here comes the shot, and easy save coming for Riesinger. Shot was taken by Max Long. As we approach 5.5 minutes to go here in the first half. The one goal score for West Perry, Dalton Young, so far holding up. And this will be kicked out by number 27, Levi Stewart, the senior defender. And here's Metcalf. Metcalf looking for a cross, gets blocked, but West Perry throwing anyway. We're here now to number 34, Jackie Metcalf. Oh wait, who was number 17 then? Oh, that's Kobe Clark, my bad. But now Kobe Clark will go to the bench. And coming in for the Mustangs. Looks like it's number 13, Wyatt Miller. No, correction, number 10, Mason Sano, coming back in for the Mustangs. Now on the lower side of the field from us here. 4.5 minutes to go before halftime. Our West Bay Athletic Park halftime report coming up. And good run here for Don Young. Young's got to look for a shot. And he's got to find a cross and a one-timer shot for Michael Weaver, and it's an easy save for Peyton Weekly, senior goalkeeper. Two senior goalkeepers out there on the field right now. Andrew Rasinger for the Mustangs, Peyton Weekly for the Bulldogs. Big Spring, 3 wins, 10 losses, 1 draw. They have 2 wins in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division, both against James Buchanan. And their one other win overall, their third one was actually the first one, 4-3 against Susquehanna Township. The Bulldogs have only won 1 away game so far this year. That was just last week at James Buchanan. That win snapped a 7-game losing streak for the Bulldogs. And over here now to Metcalf. Metcalf pass it back to McKeever. McKeever to Justin Clay, the birthday boy. Happy 17-year birthday, Justin Clay. And when we were announcing the starting lineups, we had a little bit of fun with that because I think it was his father who told me that was Justin's birthday today. And he's listed 4th in the introduction lineup here at Mustang Stadium, and so I intentionally skipped him to announce that it was his birthday, make him the last introduction for today. Happy birthday, Justin. I knew he was stepping up to right to the crowd. It's like, you missed me. I was like, I know. I did that on purpose. Here comes Mason Sano. Sano was one of the goal scorers for West Prairie at Big Spring earlier this season, just a couple weeks ago. Here's the long ball, gets past the defenders, and it's actually going to be kept getting by Young. Young's going to look for a cross and head it out by Big Spring. And this will go out of harm's way for the Bulldogs. As we are very quickly in the final 2 minutes of the first half. This ball gets past everyone. Dan Sigler letting it go so Andrew Rasinger can hang on. it was at this point in the second half with about 99 seconds to go in the second half that Greenwood in the Perry County Championship against West Prairie scored the game-winning goal. Still, that was in the second half. We are here in about the final minute of the first half. This will be cleared out. Taken by Mason Sano. Sano's got to look for a long ball. Looking for Dalton Young here again. And this ball will go out for a West Prairie throw-in. As we are in the final 50 seconds here in the first half. The Mustangs looking for a more comfortable lead. With a last-minute goal in the first half. Young unable to hang on that time. Good defensive stop for Max Long. For Dylan Cunningham. Big Spring looking to do something here to potentially tie this game up. And I think the Bulldogs are going to run out of time here. Unless something crazy happens. Here's Metcalf. And that ball high up, looking for Dalton Young. And 5 seconds are going to tick off here, and we have reached halftime here at Mustang Stadium. Dalton Young, early in the first half, his goal holds up for the first 40 minutes. We'll be right back in 2 minutes for the West Prairie Athletic Department halftime report. You are watching West Prairie Boys Soccer against the Big Spring Bulldogs, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. We'll be right back for the halftime report in less than 2 minutes. We are back here for the West Prairie Athletic Department halftime report. As you can see on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, the Mustangs 1-0 thanks to an early goal from Dalton Young. And we have reached halftime here. That is our scoring summary for the first 40 minutes. Well, this is the big week, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest week for West Prairie Broadcasting this year. I mean, this is this school year. We have, like, when you have a bunch of teams in the fall season, like, yeah, those broadcasts are going to add up. Not like in the winter when we have basketball, wrestling, bocce ball, girls wrestling being added on this year in the winter. And then in the spring, we mostly do baseball and softball. But, yeah, this is the big week. I remember last year when we had broadcasting for a third year, we had a couple of weeks. We had like 2 or 3 weeks last year where we had 5 games in 5 days. And thankfully, this is the only one for this week. It's a long week, and we are very excited for what is to come this week, and a very short week next week, and an even shorter week the week after that. So here is our broadcasting schedule for this week. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 games in 5 days. We obviously have boys soccer here tonight against Big Spring, a 1-0 lead at halftime. Tomorrow we'll have our first senior night of the year when West Prairie Field Hockey has a chance to make history tomorrow night. West Prairie Field Hockey at home for senior night against Waynesboro. That game will start at 7:15, but the undefeated West Prairie Field Hockey Mustangs, with a win tomorrow against Waynesboro, which is very likely, they will win the Mid-Penn Colonial Division Championship outright for the first time in program history. Like before, they won like the Mid-Penn Capital Division, maybe a couple Keystone Division titles, but never a Mid-Penn Colonial Division Championship. And West Prairie can win it outright for the first time ever for the Colonial Division Championship with a win tomorrow. Then on Wednesday, we'll have boys soccer here again for the second and last time this year. West Prairie boys soccer this Wednesday against Shippensburg at 7 o'clock. Then on Thursday, we'll be back up at West Prairie High School in the gymnasium for West Prairie girls volleyball when they take on the Waynesboro Maidens at 6:15. Then this Friday night, for the second and last time in the regular season for West Prairie football, they'll be at home for the Hall of Fame game. We haven't heard anything yet of who's in the Hall of Fame this year, but rest assured, as soon as I find out, we will let you all know who is going to be in the West Prairie Athletics Hall of Fame class of 2023. West Prairie football at 7-0. What a big win for them this past Friday. A lot closer than most people expected, but West Prairie football getting a big win on the road at Big Spring, 38-35 this past Friday night. And even more historic than that for that win for West Prairie football, Ian Goodling, with his first extra point in the game, he has now passed Kenyon Johnson for the most points scored in a career in West Prairie football history. A big moment for Ian Goodling last week at Big Spring. It was a big running game for Big Spring this past Friday night, but even bigger than that. So as of right now, ladies and gentlemen, West Prairie football is currently ranked number 1 in District 3 AAA. That is huge because the reason for why they are number 1 with a 7-0 record is because before last week, they were number 3. They were behind Lancaster Catholic and Wyomissing. Lancaster Catholic was the number 2 spot in District 3 AAA. They lost last Friday to Enfield Cleona by a score of 42-21. And then number 1 last week, Wyomissing, the defending District 3 champions who beat the Mustangs in a championship game last year. Wyomissing losing a regular season game for the first time in a couple of years as Wyomissing last Friday night lost 34-14 against Cocalico. So Wyomissing and Lancaster Catholic are both 6-1. Wyomissing number 2, Lancaster Catholic number 3, and Hamburg is Schuylkill Valley with a 6-1 record. It's right there with them at number 4. But West Prairie football, the only undefeated team in District 3 AAA, one of a handful of teams in the entire state in AAA, is undefeated. Only one of like 5 or 6, I believe. So it's huge for West Prairie football. Now they refocus to get ready for Middletown, a big game there. Middletown canceling their season after a bad hazing incident last year, and now West Prairie hosts Middletown for the first time since hosting Middletown 2 years ago in a District 3 playoff game where the Blue Raiders won. And so now West Prairie 7-0 taking on Middletown, who is 1-6 overall so far this season. And that will be at 7 o'clock Friday night. Also a big weekend coming up for West Prairie Field Hockey Mustangs. West Prairie Field Hockey will be in action on Saturday at Cumberland Valley. Annual participants in the last couple of years at the Cumberland Valley Field Hockey Tournament. And West Prairie Field Hockey in their first semifinal game will be taking on Mechanicsburg. Mechanicsburg is the defending 2A state champions in the PIAA. That's going to be a big game. The other semifinal featuring Cumberland Valley against Hazelton, a team District 2. And those are the 4 teams participating in the Cumberland Valley tournament this Saturday. And then the Hershey Bears. I plan on being at that game Saturday night for the home opener, the season opener even, for Hershey Bears, defending Calder Cup champions. I forget who they're playing, but it should be a good game. Very quickly, here are West Prairie Athletic Department trivia question of the game. Name all 5 undefeated teams right now in District 3. I already mentioned 3 of them. If you were paying attention earlier, Greenwood is undefeated with 13 wins, no losses, and 1 draw. Lancaster Catholic, currently sitting at number 3 in 2A, it has a 15-0 record. I already mentioned Greencastle Antrim was undefeated. They had a big draw against West Prairie last week, 1-1 draw. They are 10-0-2. And the other 2 teams undefeated, Hershey, no surprise there. Hershey soccer, very good. They've always has been. They are 12-0. And Warwick in 4A with 15 wins, no losses, and 1 draw. And that is your answer to our West Prairie Athletic Part trivia question of the game. 5 undefeated teams left in District 3 in boys soccer. Greenwood, Lancaster Catholic, Hershey, Greencastle Antrim, and Warwick. That will wrap up our West Prairie Athletic Part post-game report, or halftime report, as we are set for the second half. West Prairie got to kick it off in the green, Big Spring in the white, and we are underway here in the second half. Dalton Young's 1 goal so far holding up for the West Prairie Mustangs. So we just shared the broadcasting schedule for this week. This is the last big week for fall sports this season. I think next week we only have 2 home games next week, and one of them is very big. Next Monday, when West Prairie Field Hockey hosts the defending AAA state champions in the PIAA, Lower Dolphin, coming here to Mustang Stadium next Monday. And West Prairie Field Hockey asking for a huge crowd for that Monday night matchup next week against the defending AAA state champions, Lower Dolphin Falcons. That ought to be a huge game to end the regular season. But I think West Prairie Boys Soccer will then have a home game here next Tuesday against Jace Buchanan. That will be their senior night. And then that's pretty much it. Except for one more home game for West Prairie football in 2 weeks from this coming Friday, when they have senior night against Steel High. That ought to be a massive game. Most likely going to be featuring 2 teams coming in with a 9-0 record, almost like last year. And here we go with the Mustangs, and just barely clearing it out. Here's Tanner Sigler. I believe it was last year that Tanner Sigler had a home game on his birthday last year, so we did something special for him. With the starting lineups last year, Tanner Sigler celebrating a birthday with a home game here last year, and now we're doing the same thing here tonight with Justin Clegg. Justin Clegg turning 17 today, right on Columbus Day. Happy Columbus Day, everybody. Now the Bulldogs trying to get something going and gets too far away from Cameron Lay. And it will be taken by Reesinger. Once again, we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. Man, that ball was kicked so high we couldn't even see it coming down. Well, my name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. Here for so far a very exciting matchup here in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. West Prairie going for a season sweep against the Big Spring Bulldogs. Just a couple of weeks ago on September 20th, the Mustangs surviving a comeback bid over Big Spring on the road. The Mustangs being Big Spring 2-1. Dalton Young and Mason Sano each scoring 1 goal in a 2-1 victory. And here's the birthday boy, Justin Clay. Clay is going to go up the sideline. He's got room to run in a long ball. Here for Dalton Young. Young is going to look for somebody. And he's going to look to take a shot. And cross in time for Mason Sound goes out for a West Perry corner. Corner about to be played in. It's coming in and goes off the goalkeeper. Final bounce down and hang on for Peyton Weekly. Slow roller. Big Spring try to get counterattack possibility here. Here's Cameron Lay. Lay is looking for somebody to lay the ball onto. And he's going to find number 26, Peyton Neitlinger. No pun intended there. And he'll go out. Good defense stop for the Mustangs. Big Spring was looking for a quick counterattack after the West Perry corner. Good stop for Mason Stano, clearing the ball out. Dalton Young trying to find it, and he gets out and not kept in. Critical mistake potentially. Or number 18, Caden Hetrick. Hetrick is one of those players that can do it all. He's listed here. His position, forward, middle, defender. And here's a shot for Mason Sano, and it goes off the side of the net. That was a good shot, a hard strike, but too much of a curve that went off the side of the net. That was a good shot for Sano. Junior for the Mustangs. Incredible. He is an incredible triathlete here at Westbury. Good soccer player. Good basketball player here at Westbury High School. And of course, he is best at baseball. Playing for his dad. His dad, the head coach of Westbury Baseball, Jeff Sano. He is here in attendance tonight, as he is for pretty much every game that Mason Sano plays in. And a goal kick here for the Bulldogs. And now critical mistake here, a long shot, and actually it really wasn't that long, but Dalton Young not able to keep it in, goes through the uprights. Field goal is good, but no goals. That's the first time we see the soccer ball go through the uprights here today. Goal kick here. Almost taken away by Sano. And is this going to be a corner? Yes, it will. This is the first corner of the game for the Big Spring Bulldogs. Westbury had a couple of them so far in this game, but this is the first for Big Spring. So it's going to be Cameron Lay going to deliver the corner as a line drive and still in play. A good bounce back pass to find Mason Sano. Sano got to get tackled there by Wes Reel. First time mentioning his name in the broadcast. And throwing. Got to look for Tanner Sigler. And being kept in by Simmendinger, who just came in for the Mustangs. And a long shot taken by Riesinger. Topper shot here. Easy save for Riesinger. Here's Dombadia. We haven't seen too much of him here today. And Dombadia looking for a long through ball, looking for Mason Sano, and a good defensive stop for Levi Stewart to get that ball out to Peyton Weekly. A quick throw here. We're here now to Aiden Bishop. Over now to Eli Reeder. Here's Clegg. And let's go out to Riesinger. Out to Tanner Sigler. Down the sideline here for Jackie Metcalf. It just occurred to me that we haven't seen pretty much no fouls yet in this game. And so far, it's been a very, very clean game here at Mustang Stadium. And it's a good looking run. Big Spring looking for a shot in right at Riesinger. Good attempt there for Blake Cubbage. The freshman forward for Big Spring. And that was the best chance for Big Spring to get on the board. But a shot right to Andrew Riesinger. This looks like trouble here for Big Spring. This is Dalton Young. Might be looking to go down the middle for Mason Sano perhaps, or maybe Caleb Sicker. And say he's got to take a long shot and an easy save for Weekly. Just over 10 minutes into the second half. The one goal scored by Dalton Young, able to hold up right now. Neither of these teams have really dominated on possession time so far. It's been fairly even. And yeah, if I'm not mistaken, there hasn't been any fouls yet in this game. It's been a very, very clean game between these two programs. But now, actually, here is our first foul of the game. It's a free kick for the Mustangs, and they keep it short, looking for Simmendinger, and Matthew Simmendinger unable to hang on to it. He was not really pressured by Neidlinger. By now, a bunch of substitutions coming in for Big Spring, and this could be huge with those fresh legs out there for the Bulldogs. More stamina, more energy, more quickness on the field right now for Big Spring. This could be big for the Bulldogs to try to tie this game up. Over here now, number 21, that's Max Long, who just came back in. And cleared out by Simmendinger. Once again, we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Perry Athletics. Big game here in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. Big Spring with only 3 wins so far and 1 draw through 14 games. West Perry 7-6-1, looking to increase their chances of qualifying for the District 3 playoffs. They currently rank number 6 in those power rankings in Class 2A, with the top 10 qualifying for the District 3 playoffs. Foul here, free kick, looking for Justin Clegg after Don Medea. And now here's Yon. And here comes the cross, intended for Mason Sano, and this will go out for a West Perry corner. One thing that I found very interesting this past Friday night for Big Spring Big Spring had their homecoming game this past Friday, and they have the ceremonies before the game, and they have a huge homecoming court. And what they do is, we'll talk about that in a second after this corner gets cleared out. And still kept in, and apparently not. So goal kick here for the Bulldogs. So anyway, Big Spring, they have a huge homecoming court. They have and they have a representative for every single class. They have 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores, 2 juniors, and 5 seniors on each gender for a homecoming court. I mean, that's a pretty big homecoming court, and it's also that every single grade gets represented in the homecoming court. That's pretty cool, in my opinion. And here comes a long shot and easy take for Weekly. Here's Don Medea. Medea going down the middle. It's a foot race here, and it will be taken by Weekly. Mason Santa was looking to catch up. Mason Santa has been playing for 15 minutes straight. He's been playing a lot here in the second half. And here comes an interception for Max Long. Over to Wes Reel. And shot here goes off of Racing for a second, but he's able to hang on. Here goes a good-looking counter attack possibility here. That's Cameron Lay looking for a shot, and it was easily blocked. 2 main Mustangs up in front of the net. For Big Spring, they have a little bit of a break after tonight. Their next game is this Friday, a little bit unusual for any soccer team, really, playing on a Friday night. West Big Spring boys soccer, their next game will be Friday night at 7 o'clock on the road at Boarding Springs. While Westbury, it's at 7 o'clock. Here's the long ball for Dalton Young. Young looking for a corner, looking for Michael Weaver, and that ball gets just past too far out in front of Weaver. I haven't heard much about Michael Weaver here in this game today. But throwing here for the Bulldogs. Throwing here, easy take. Here's Don Badia. And nice takeaway for Campton Gates. And this looks like good possibility here for the Bulldogs. This is number 28, Jesse Binger. Jesse Binger, freshman forward. And this will go out for West Prairie throwing. The Bulldogs trying to get something going here, but the West Prairie defense proving to be too tough here tonight. But still, plenty of game time left to go for the Bulldogs to try to tie this game up. And a little bit of a slip there for Big Spring. It'll be a West Prairie throwing in front of the Big Spring bench. And it's not very often that we have a soccer game here that the visiting fans sit at the bleachers on the other side of the stadium from the press box. I mean, that's a little unusual here at Mustang Stadium. I mean, it probably makes sense because probably most of those people were here for the junior varsity football game here at Mustang Stadium against Big Spring. And so they probably all stayed behind to watch Big Spring boys soccer in action. It's pretty much like a West Prairie versus Big Spring kind of day. And, a tough tackle. Tanner Singer taking down hard, able to get right back up, and it's a free kick for the Mustangs. Big opportunity here. As Racingler is going to boot this one out. And it's not kicked very hard. Very far, I should say. As Aiden Lufer could not hang on. Throw in here. And almost that. I thought I was going to be a foul there for a second. Instead, it was a trip and fall. Simmendinger clears it out. That was a good run for Peyton Neidlinger. Here's Neidlinger again. Good defensive stop again for Matthew Simmendinger. That'll be a throw-in. As we are now halfway through the second half. Dalton Young scoring an early goal in the first half, and so far that is holding up. But the Big Spring Bulldogs have been really good on possession time so far in the second half. And throw-in. Cleared out by Tanner Sigler. Finding Damadia. And all by himself was Dalton Young, and he could not catch up to it. I think Dalton Young might have been ruled off sides anyway if he had control of that. And a foul here. Brian McKeever is looking for something, and he's got to get the call. That's number 8, Aiden. That is somebody. That is Case Geiswhite. And it's a free kick. Case Geiswhite. Got on the foul. No card, however. And now an opportunity and a tackle in. This is going to be trouble. Is this going to be a penalty kick? There was no signal for a timeout. But no, so it's not going to be a penalty kick. Mason Sano taken down. But a really good opportunity right at the 10-yard line for the Mustangs to increase their lead by 2. It's going to be Dom Badia. And his free kick accuracy is off the charts. Especially from this range, 20 yards out from the net. Dom Badia is saved. Saved by Peyton Weekly. He was trying to keep it down low, and Weekly was all over it. A great save for the senior goalkeeper from Big Spring, Peyton Weekly. This has been the storyline for West Prairie Boys Soccer. Their offense was fantastic at the first 4 games of the season, but now this has been a storyline for the season for West Prairie Boys Soccer. Their offense has been non-existent. Their defense, on the other hand, has been fantastic, and it shows in the scoreboard. And that is what keeps West Prairie's chances of winning this game. But the Bulldogs are threatening here. Throwing here. Mason Sano going to deliver. Looking for Dom Badia. Guarded by 2 Bulldogs. Dom Badia looking back. Looking for a foul. I don't know what kind of foul. But he is going to get a foul, but it's not going to go his way. It's going to be a free kick for the Bulldogs. Inside the 28-yard line. Going for it right in front of the net. A header too high up and easy take for Andrew Riesinger. Riesinger looking for a quick momentum boost here. And that clearance, easy take for Ray Gutshaw. You gotta be careful here because as the game rolls on, Big Spring becomes dangerous. We have seen that a couple weeks ago at Big Spring when the Bulldogs were down 2-0 with 3.5 minutes to go, and Big Spring was able to cut the lead in half at that time. And then 39 seconds later, Big Spring had a chance to tie the game up, but the shot went off the right post, and Mustangs survived a late comeback effort from the Big Spring Bulldogs. But now, here in Game 2 of the season between these two teams, the Mustangs with a 1-0 lead as we approached 15 minutes to go in the second half. Quick throw in. And trying to go down the middle instead of passing. Not a whole lot of offense, but it really doesn't matter because the West Prairie defense has been fantastic, but still time left with 15 minutes to go for the Bulldogs to get back into this game. They are far from out just yet. And Don Medea going down the sideline. Don Young going to show off his speed. He might have a shot at this, and he's going to look for a cross and defending. That goes in! Goal! Trying to see who scored that goal. And I believe that was Michael Weaver. Michael Weaver getting the goal here for the Mustangs, and it's 2-0. That's the first goal in a while from Michael Weaver this season. And it's now 2-0 for the Mustangs. A beautiful cross from Dalton Young to find Michael Weaver down the middle. And it's now 2-0. In this point of the game at Big Spring a couple weeks ago, this was the score, and Big Spring almost came back to tie the game up in the final minutes. A much more comfortable lead here, but now the Mustangs cannot let up. Get the hopes back alive for the Bulldogs. And a tackle. And no call. Still Big Spring ball. And good looking run. And got to take a long shot. It just goes up high. And I don't think it was deflected by anybody. That was a good shot for Aiden Bishop. And goes over in that for a West Prairie goal kick. They were not a strong header that time. Almost an easy takeaway from Max Meacock. Goal kick here for the Mustangs. Have you ever thought of becoming a PIAA official? You ever thought of becoming a referee for soccer? Now's your opportunity. Go to PIAA.org to find out how you can become a PIAA official. Again, that is PIAA.org. 2-0 lead here for the Mustangs. First it was Dalton Young early in the first half. Now halfway through the second half, Michael Weaver getting the big goal he needed. And here comes Dalton Young again. Young's going to take a shot. Just goes wide in the net. And I don't think it was touched by Weekly, so it'll be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. If Dalton Young or any of the West Prairie Mustangs can put in one more, it could put this game out of reach for the Big Spring Bulldogs. Big Spring snapping a long losing streak last week with a 3-0 road win at James Buchanan. So far, that is the only road win for Big Spring this season. They have two more after tonight. They only have one more home game left this season. We're here now to Nidlinger. Long shot and easy take for Riesinger. Once again, next time up for both teams, Big Spring will have an interesting Friday the 13th matchup on Friday night on the road at Boiling Springs. That was the one draw that Big Spring had so far this season. Back on September 14th, a 1-1 draw at home against the Bubblers in the Battle of the Springs. Here comes the cross. Ziegler almost had trouble with it, but taken in by Andrew Riesinger. West Prairie will be back here at home on Wednesday, taking on the Shippensburg Greyhounds at 7 o'clock Wednesday night here at Mustang Stadium. And of course, you can catch that broadcast live here on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel. West Prairie, after tonight, only 3 more games left in the regular season, looking for a playoff spot, and 2 of those games are at home here at Mustang Stadium. It's definitely a good end of the regular season schedule for the Mustangs, looking for a playoff spot. And now this could be trouble here for the Mustangs. And a cross cleared out the wrong way by Tanner Sigler. And that shot goes high up in the air and headed out by Sigler. And good defensive stop for the Mustangs here again with 9.5 minutes to go here in regulation. Definitely cannot count the Bulldogs out just yet. I mean, a 2-0 lead sounds like a comfortable lead for most teams. But Big Spring almost mounted a comeback in the final 4 minutes last time they faced the Mustangs. Only this time, they would have to do it on the road. And Jackie Metcalf able to keep that in. And now control is Don Padilla. Padilla able to go right through 2 Bulldogs. Big Spring fans starting to get a little frustrated here, looking for some fouls. So far, it's been a very clean game for the Mustangs. And Simoninger able to find Padilla, or excuse me, that's the birthday boy, Justin Clegg. This is a good looking shot, and that goes off the side of the net for Dalton Young. And that almost looked good from up here, but it goes off the side of the net for a Big Spring goal kick. Coming up in 8 minutes, we'll have for our West Prairie Athletic Department post-game report, final scoring summary, our West Prairie Athletic Department player of the game, and what we have next on this very busy broadcasting week for West Prairie Athletics. All that and more coming up on the West Prairie Athletic Department post-game report here at Mustang Stadium. And Ziegler able to clear that ball out. Taken by Wes Reel. And Wes Reel It's going to be getting the call, a free kick for Big Spring. Dalton Young is like, why? For what? But now the Bulldogs looking for a quick breakaway here. Looking for a good counterattack. And this goes the wrong way for Brandon McKeever. And this goes back a little bit. And Andrew Riesinger able to hang on. Went backwards there a little bit. That was almost trouble. Almost a goal for the Bulldogs on an own goal. But now West Perry has something cooking. And it's going to be turned by Dalton Young. And his shot gets blocked. A brilliant block there for West Real. And this Don Medea. Good looking shot there for Medea. And good save there for Weekly. Medea looking for Caleb Sigler. And, oh my goodness, a face-full ball there for number 21, Max Long, the senior captain for Big Spring. And it's a foul, apparently. Here's Medea. Medea scored the one goal for West Perry in a 2-1 loss against Greenway in the Perry County Championship on Saturday. And he has been kept quiet here tonight. Corner coming up here for the Mustangs. And it looks like Big Spring is going to bring in a bunch of substitutions coming up here in a second. As we are now in the final 5 minutes. This is where Big Spring makes it interesting. They made it interesting last time they hosted the Mustangs on September 20th, down 2-0. Then with 3.5 minutes to go, the Bulldogs were able to cut the lead in half, and then 39 seconds later, the Bulldogs had a chance to tie it with a shot that went off the post of the net. And now substitutions being brought in for the Bulldogs. This could get interesting here in the next minute. Got some fresh legs out there for the Bulldogs, down by 2. They probably would have been a lot more happier if this was a 1-goal game, but that's what they are trying to make it right now. And that would do nothing here for the Mustangs. Justin Clegg comes up with it, looking for Mason Sano off the far sideline. Sano going down the middle. He's going to take a hard shot and right to Weekly. Bulldogs need to hurry here. They are running out of time. Here come the Bulldogs. And good stop there for Terrence Sigler, still with the Bulldogs. And here comes a crossing opportunity. And nice save for Terrence Sigler, preventing the cross from going in from Cameron Lay. But a corner coming up for the Bulldogs. In this point of the game, last time against the Mustangs, this was a 2-1 score. Now the Bulldogs are looking to cut the lead in half with this corner. And this will be cleared out. Not by much, however. Now it will get cleared out. Looking for Dalton Young. Dalton Young's got room to run with one defender to beat. And he's going to go all the way. And this ball will get too far out. And taken by Peyton Weekly. Less than 3 minutes to go. Looks like West Perry might be having a substitution coming up here in a minute. And a foul here. West Perry with the free kick. Don Medea going up the far sideline for Sano. Sano slips and taken by Weekly. fans are starting to get a little anxious here over on the Big Spring section of bleachers on the other side of the stadium here. And Justin Clegg trying to get a hold of it. What a big birthday this is for him, Justin Clegg. But the Bulldogs trying to get something going here. And this ball will just go out of bounds for West Prairie throw-in. Final 2 minutes to go here. Time will stop with this West Prairie substitution at minute 46. One of the rules in PIAA, when the winning team brings a substitution in the final 5 minutes of the second half, the time will stop for that substitution. And the substitution for West Prairie is Colby Clark. And here comes Yon. Yon scored the first goal for the Mustangs. Might be looking to make it 2. Cross down the middle, and a foul on a really good spot here. Around the 10-yard line, make it the 9-yard line. Dalton Young must be looking for his second goal on this free kick. He can take this time with 1 minute to go. Justin Clegg in motion, going up high. Cross, and easy take for Weekly. 50 seconds to go here. The Mustangs looks like they're going to hang on here and get a season sweep of the Big Spring Bulldogs. But Big Spring is not going to go down without a fight. Here comes the Bulldogs. A long cross, a high header. A little bit too early. And Dalton Young coming up. And looks like he's just going to hang on to the ball, trying to hang on to possession here. And clears it out. Precious seconds taken off for the Big Spring Bulldogs. The Mustangs are going to help their cause in trying to get a playoff position. Final seconds here, cleared out one last time by Tanner Sigler, and the West Prairie Mustangs complete a season sweep of the Big Spring Bulldogs with a 2-0 victory here at Mustang Stadium. We'll be right back in 15 seconds for the West Prairie Athletic Department postgame report here at Mustang Stadium. The Mustangs win 2-0. We'll be right back in 10 seconds. And we are very quickly back here for the West Prairie Athletic post-game report. The scoreboard just went out, but we can assure you that West Prairie has won this game 2-0 here for the West Prairie Mustangs. 2 goals scored for West Prairie. First goal was scored by Dalton Young. And then Michael Weaver halfway through the second half, getting the pretty much the game-winning goal for West Prairie. Dalton Young and Michael Weaver each scoring 1 goal. A 2-0 shutout for the West Prairie Mustangs at home. Now West Prairie Mustangs improved to 8-6-1 overall. They are now 6-4-1 in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. West Prairie boys soccer will be back here at home on Wednesday when they take on the Shippensburg Greyhounds for a 7 o'clock matchup here at Mustang Stadium. And, of course, you can catch that game live here on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. Big Spring, their rough season continues as they drop down to 3-11-1 overall, now 2-8-1 in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. Next time out for Big Spring, they will be on the road on Friday the 13th for a Friday night matchup at 7 o'clock. At Boiling Springs, taking on the Bubblers in the battle for the Springs. Our next broadcast here on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel will be tomorrow night, our first senior night of the fall sports season, as tomorrow night we'll have West Prairie Field Hockey having their senior night against Waynesboro. The Maidens come to town at 7:15 tomorrow night here at Mustang Stadium for our next broadcast. And remember, with a win tomorrow, West Prairie Field Hockey can win the Mid-Penn Colonial Division Championship outright for the first time in program history. It's going to be a very exciting night. They have won a couple of Capital Divisions before, but never a Colonial Division Championship, except for last year when they won the co-championship with the Northern New York Polar Bears last year, but they can win it outright tomorrow night with a win on senior night against the Waynesboro Maidens. That game will start at 7:15. That is going to do it for us here on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. On behalf of our Athletic Director Ryan Anderson, our public address announcer Brett Anderson, our high school principal Christopher Casian, our superintendent Jeff Coons, and all of us here at West Prairie High School, I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics, saying so long from Mustang Stadium. This has been a presentation of West Prairie Boys Soccer against the Big Spring Bulldogs, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. Your final score in this one, the West Prairie Mustangs win it 2-0. Good night, everybody.